Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to improve your aim on Nintendo Switch. So before we get into the video, I want to explain something real quick. On Switch, our aim assist is not as good as PS4 and Xbox players. Our aim assist is actually worse. Like, if I look, like where's the aim assist at? Like, it's not as good as Xbox and PS4 players. It's pretty bad actually. So for us Switch players, it's probably never going to change because Epic doesn't really care about Nintendo Switch players like that. I mean, we still play on 60 FPS. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, we have the worst FPS. Even mobile players have better FPS than us. Like, it's not even funny at this point, but whatever. Alright, so before I teach you guys the little exercises I do before I play in a day, I'm going to take you to my settings real quick. So, I always keep my X higher than my Y settings. That's because when you play on a screen, it's wider. It's not longer, it's wider. So it wouldn't make any sense for your Y to be higher than your X because your Y is basically you looking up and down. Alright? It's vertically, pretty much. It wouldn't make sense for your X to be higher than your Y because, it wouldn't make any sense for your Y to be higher than your X because looking like this, and so you're fine because you need a higher sense to look left and right, but you don't need that high of a sense to look up and down because the screen isn't that long. It's wider, it's not longer. All right. So I'll leave the code for this map in the description below. It's created by this YouTuber named Flea. If you guys don't know him, you should check him out. He's really good. He's a creative warrior. Plays on PS4, and I'm pretty sure he does double claw, and he's like really good. All right. This is one of my favorite aiming courses to do. Practice my aim like this. This course is also good for like learning how to use your aim assist. So if you want to scope like that, like that. Alright, another big tip to help you guys. If you guys aren't already playing with motion controls, you really should because the the joysticks on the Joy-Con are like really tiny. It's impossible to aim with. So you have to play on aim assist basically because the Joy-Con sticks are just too tiny for like anyone's thumbs. I mean like 2-year-old thumbs basically. Alright. Alright, if you guys don't know what motion controls are, it's a settings in setting basically, yeah. And when you turn it on, I suggest you guys use yaw, not roll, because when you use yaw, you can look anywhere. And I play on max everything except for my scope sensitivity because that's when I'm using the sniper. And if it's maxed out, it's too fast for me to snipe. But everything else is maxed out: harvesting, targeting, and not targeting. So let me go back here. Okay, right now I'm not moving my joystick. I'm just moving my controller. You have a smoother movement, but when you use a controller, it's not so smooth. I mean, it's fast, but it's not smooth. And when you're editing, you can also use your motion controls. You can edit like that. I don't really use my joysticks to play anymore. I just use my motion controls. Honestly, the only time when I do use it is when I'm looting or if I need a reset because there's no reset buttons when you're using when your motion controls, which kind of sucks because on Splatoons there is a reset button. So when I move around like this, but like I have to use my shotgun to shotgun someone, use my shotgun. But for the rest of the game, I'm using my joysticks. But like as soon as I get to a fight, I use my motion controls. Yeah, pretty much. And if you're wondering how your motion controls will help you when aiming, it just makes everything easier. Instead of having to do flick shots all the time, you can just do a nice smooth shot like that. You don't have to rely on your analog stick all the time. You can just move your controller and your shots will become smoother. Like I guarantee you guys, your shots will be way smoother than what they are right now. Because like I only started using motion controls like a few months back, and my shots are clean. Like I hit all my shots now. Like nowadays, I hit all my shots.